I'm Zaire because I talk about a subject that's so taboo in the Black community, grief and loss. I'm on the run because we are running. We are forging forward to support people in the Black community as it relates to grief and loss. And we're on fire, we're running, we're moving, we're working towards a goal to get everyone in the space where they can deal with grief and loss positively and healthy. I look forward to the Wanted newsletter because it's where I belong. My name is Felicia Turner Walton. I am CEO and founder of Healing Our Hearts Foundation, and I am a certified grief support specialist, a certified grief specialist, and a bereavement doula. So I talk about the one thing that we don't often talk about, and that's losing someone, right? So in our community, we tend to take those feelings as it relates to grief and loss, and we bottle them down. Instead, I actually talk about them, something that's completely outside of the norm of Black people, right? Because we're told we got to be strong, we got to keep moving forward. And when do we get the moment to pause and to deal with what's happening right in front of us in that moment? 6 years ago, actually yesterday, I lost my son, Zaire, at 4 months old. And what I began to notice was just the world around me and how Black people did not have the opportunity to grieve, to deal with the loss that they experienced or that came, forthcoming to them. So going through my own personal journey, it was like almost I was watching myself go through what I was going through and through each piece that I had to navigate, such as returning back to work, dealing with the medical system during that time, dealing with the funeral home, dealing with my own family. It came to a place of, oh my God, not only did I know that I didn't know how to grieve, but Black people don't know how to grieve in general. So of course, going to many different facilities, our religious temples, the hospital settings, where they did have options for grief support. What I noticed is that none of those really catered to what I needed or what I desired, which was support around my young Black infant passing away at 4 months. That I needed to create something because there were other moms who I was connected to, just like me, who needed a safe space to talk about their experience. The most tumultuous piece of this challenge was just navigating space for myself as well as for others, making sure that I get self-care. That's absolutely one way that I overcame the challenges by, putting myself first. And that was the best way that I can also work to support my peers and the families who I do work with in losses, by knowing that if my gas tank is empty, there's no way that I can fill someone else's. My workday ends at 5, and that's when my workday ends. I try not to take work home with me. I mean, sometimes it depends. Making sure that I'm getting outside, getting attached to nature, feeling the wind against my face, getting, routine massages, not, those things are normal maintenance, normal routines, just taking the time to, take a moment for myself, sitting in the park and letting, hearing the waves splash against the rocks. That's over at a couple of our lakes here in Wisconsin, or in Madison specifically. But yeah, doing those things and live life unapologetically. Be authentic to yourself, be authentic to the things that you allow in your space, and keep pushing forward. Because if you stop what you're doing, then no one is going to get the much needed information that you have to provide. So being an outlaw sometimes is the only way that you can get that information out. So I think when it comes to wealth, the one piece of advice is as we always say, don't put all of your crabs in one bucket. Find the things that work for you that are working. Invest in yourself, invest in your family, and invest in things that's going to cause peace in your life.